Hi guys, this is the video for today. It's a smoky blue look in my Smokey series. So please stay tuned to see how I did it. Take the tape and sort of place it on the back of your hands a couple times to get out some of the stickiness so it doesn't remove any of your makeup or concealer or anything like that. And you want to have it at a natural angle so it's not going to look forced or it's not going to look out of sync with the shape of your eye. So I'm going to be using the 88 matte palette today, and the first color we're going to use is this deep blue right in the middle here. And using a small eyeshadow brush, I'm just going to pat that all over my lid. You want to make sure the color is really concentrated, especially at the roots. And so what you can do is actually use that same brush, just clean it up, or you can use something that's a little more fluffier. I'm using just this regular application brush, and right where that blue meets the crease, you want to just kind of blend out the edges. Just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to cover it up with another color. So after that, I'm going to use the same brush and use this very vibrant blue right next to that dark blue, and we're going to apply that into the crease. Good. So what we're going to do after that, we're doing the same thing. You can wipe off the edge of that same brush. I'm going to use it this time. And just go along where the edge of that shadow is and just sort of blend it out so it's not such a harsh line. Alright, so then we're going to use, in the same row where we had that dark blue, we're going to put the second one down in the same row. It's a very light blue. And you want to go just to the edge of the last color that you have applied. And what that tape is going to do there at the end is going to give us a really nice crisp line. So you get a nice gradient from dark to medium to light. And then the last thing we want to do, we're going to use the matte white. There's only one matte white in this entire palette. We're going to use that matte white along the inner corner, and we're going to bring it up into the tear duct, and then we're going to carry that under the brows and just blend out that last lightest blue that we've put there, so we have a really nice gradient of colors. Right, so that's what it should look like. And what I usually do is go back in with any shimmering frosty white. I'm just using this one here from my Starry palette, and just hit that right up underneath that brow bone, that arch bone, and right along the inner tear duct, for just a little touch of sparkle on the inside there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to remove our tape. Now it may or may not be perfect at this point. If it is that your line, some of your shadow has gotten under that tape, what I would suggest you do is just take like a wipe and and just run it along the edge, and that will actually straighten up and clean up any mistakes that may have gotten under that tape. So it's a good tip to know. And then what you're going to do is, using any sort of a liner brush or an angled brush, you want to go back in with that very dark blue, going under the eyes. Let's say along the first third of the eye, and then we're going in with the middle blue, the very bright blue, along the other third of the eyes, and then we're going to go in with the lightest blue along the inner third. And what you want to do is just use, you can go back to that same brush that you've used all along, or something with a smaller edge like this, and just go along, and you want to blend where those colors meet. So they look radiated as well. And that's it. You want to just connect this outer blue part here up to that blue there, the darkest blue on your lid. And then what I'm using is the Maybelline Eye Studio in it's their gel liner in black, and it comes with a brush. It's very creamy, it's very nice. And I'm just going to line my upper lash line. Okay, so after I'm done lining the waterline, now if you noticed here, I've actually extended the line out just a little along where that the edge of where the tape left. So you can do that, and then what I'm going to do is just line my waterline using the same gel liner. I find that gel liners tend to last a lot longer on the waterline as opposed to regular pencil liners, and they don't bleed as much or run as much. And then you're going to bring that down just a little where the lashes are growing out of the skin there, just along the inner third, the outer third, sorry. And that will make it look really smoky. It gives the appearance of having a smoky eye. So that's it. Next I'm going to do my mascara, and then it's on to blush. Okay, so for my blush today, I'm going to be using Sacha's Next to Natural. It's a sort of an orangish, muted, peachy kind of a blush. You guys know how I like to layer, so I've used that just on top of my cheeks and just a slightly under the hollows of my cheeks. And then on top of that, what I'm going to do is use Sacha's Barely There, which is a very neutral color with maybe a light hint of pink, just along the apples of my cheeks. Just for a little color there. And for my lips, what I'm going to do is use a lip liner, something that's close to my skin color. And then I'm going in with JFU. It's a brand that I got at Wonderful World, and this is their Romanesque, but any sort of a nude colored lipstick will do. L'Oreal Hip, it's a orange bronzy sort of a color. I think the color came off, so I'm not sure what it's called. and you can actually use that